Do you want to play with me?
Yeah, I'm playing with you.
What's going on YouTube? Dorito here, and today we got ourselves the all-new Tao Motor T-Force 125 ATV. Now this is a mid-size ATV, and the other ones in the past we've always loved them. Luch and I have loved them from the T-Force to the Cheetah. They're all a lot of fun. But this is a newer one with a new paint scheme and a new sticker scheme. So we're going to get this thing unboxed in a timely fashion as usual, and we'll speed up that process. And then I'm going to go over each step to assemble this. So they're really not too bad to assemble, but I wanted to get this out to you guys so you can see how easy they are. So anyways, let's get on with it, shall we? Okay guys, we're back. Now that you got it uncrated, which took a 13 millimeter wrench and a 14 millimeter bolt to pull the whole crate, and an Allen head to pull it off of the bars there. So when you remove the crate, you want to go ahead and get it lifted up, whether it be an ATV lift or whatever. And I always like to start from the bottom up. So in other words, you get on your brakes, you get on your wheels, your tires, you put on your footrests, stuff like that, and then you work your way up. So what we're going to do first is I'm going to show you guys how to get the front wheel on first, which is pretty simple. For your brake drum, this is your brake caliper here, and you want to take this, get your castle nut removed and your flat washer. Okay, you also want to get your steering arm. You want to set your steering arm into place here. You want to go ahead and pull your castle nut, pull your cotter pin. Okay, so once you get your castle nut and your lock washer removed there, you want to take and put your steering arm into position first. And you're going to have to wiggle it around a little bit, get it into position. Once you got it into position, you want to put your lock washer up there. You want to put your castle nut up there. And you want to snug that all up into position until you get it up into place. Once you get that into position, you want to put your cotter pin in. Get that all the way in. Bend it back. You got your steering on there now. Now you want to take your brake drum. You want to put that into position as well. You want to slide that on. And then there's a locking position for this where it bolts in, okay? Once that sits in there and you got that all set into place, you're going to want to get your front wheel. And you want to make sure and get the proper front wheel, because the tread on these, it'll show you which way the tread goes. Make sure that your tread is facing the right direction. You have an arrow, so you want it to roll this way, okay? You're going to want to slide that guy on. And then slide it over the drum. Voila, it's into position there. Now once you do that, there's a little spacer that you put that spacer on. And then put it up, take your washer, take your castle nut, and tighten that down and put your cotter pin in, okay? Now with the rear, it's going to be pretty basic. You're going to pull your cotter pin. You're going to pull your castle nut, your flat washer, and your lock washer. Same thing with the directional tire. Make sure your arrow is going in the right position, going the right direction, which is turning this way. Pull off that little rubber spacer they have for the frame. Then you're going to want to go ahead and slide that guy right on. Same thing again. Flat washer, lock washer, castle nut. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and speed this up now, and I'm going to go ahead and put on the wheels, and then we'll get right back to you guys, okay? Okay guys, we're back. And now what we're on to now is, once we've gotten the wheels and tires on, we are on to the footrests as well. So they're pretty basic. What you do is you're going to set it into position here, okay? You're going to make sure you get your brake pedal on in there and everything like that. And there's holes, specific holes on the plastics and on the frame as well too. And what it is you're going to take I believe it's a 7/16 Allen head. Let's see here. A 3/16 Allen head, and you're going to take a 10mm nut, and you're going to take each bolt, and you're going to set each bolt in each hole accordingly with a rubber grommet and a washer. So once you do that, you're going to get that all set into place, and then you're going to put on your front bar, which consists of two 10mm bolts and two 13mm bolts, and then you're going to put on your back rack, which consists of four 13mm bolts and 14mm nuts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get that process, the middle of it. I'm going to go ahead and get that assembled. It's fairly simple. We're going to get it done in a quick fashion. And then we'll go on up to the handlebars and connecting the battery and stuff like that. Anyways, we're on the downhill slide. As you can see, it's pretty easy to assemble. You just need to take your time with these plastics and put the bolts in accordingly. And you guys will see that. An example here, you're going to take and you're going to put your bolt in, and you're going to fit it into the hole and set it into the plastics accordingly, okay? So we're going to speed that up. Okay guys, we're back. Now we got the racks on, we got the wheels on. Now the rack, it was 4 10mm bolts, 4 13mm nuts, and 4 13mm bolts and 4 13mm nuts. And on the front rack, it was 10mm and 13mm nuts as well, and then 10mm and 13mm bolts. Okay, so now we're gonna get onto the handlebars. We're on the downhill slide now. All we gotta do is connect the handlebars and then connect the battery, and we are done, people. So anyways, let's go ahead and get on this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how to put in the pillars, and then I'll speed this up in an orderly fashion. I don't need to show you how to connect the battery because it's positive, negative, and if you've gotten this far, again, you've gotten this down. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to take your pillars, and you want to take one side of your pillar, and you want to take one of your Allen bolts, okay? And you want to take your pillar, and you want to put a pillar underneath, and you want to put a pillar on top, okay, to get this started. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure and hand tighten these bolts from the very beginning. Don't go ahead and use your ratchet or your socket, your impact. You want to go ahead and run these down first and make sure they bite the thread accordingly. Okay? So you get one down there, then you get the other one, and you do the same thing. Okay? Once you do that, you do the same thing to the other side, and then we're going to connect the battery, and then we'll go ahead and set it down and put some air in the tires, okay? So we're going to go ahead and speed this up and get right back to you guys, okay? Okay guys, we're back. Now this is the Tao Motor T-Force 125. This thing's pretty awesome. I really like how they powder coated the frame or painted the frame pink, and how it's a white plastics with the pink accents and stuff. I think this is really, really going to get your daughter or your wife or somebody. They're really going to like the way this looks. I even like the way it looks myself. But overall, it's pretty easy to assemble. You have to put on the wheel, or you have to put on the tires. You have to put on the footrests. You have to put on your front rack, your back rack, and your front bumper. And then you have to connect the battery and connect the handlebars. It's all pretty basic. Now, what I want to do, as always, I want to turn on the key and I want to see if it turns over. We are going to end up doing safety checks before we do a ride and review of these. So anyways, let's turn the key over, see if it turns over. And we'll go ahead and put our foot on the brake. You have to put your foot on the brake there when you go to start it. And there you go. So it does have an automatic shut-off for when your kiddos get out of hand, they start riding away. I believe it's up to 100 yards. You hit that button, it shuts it off for them. And then you can yell at them and tell them to go ahead and start up and ride again and not to do what they were doing. But overall, I really like this ATV. Good cruiser. In the past, we've always liked the T-Forces. I really like the new style. It really looks good. It's got the Rev Ride CDI. It's got the hard charge coils. Overall, it's really, really nice. So anyways, guys, I hope you like this. We're going to do some more reviews of this stuff down the road, but we'll be getting to it pretty quick. So I want to thank you guys for watching Luch Mob Garage, and don't forget to come back. Tell us what you think of it. Tell us if there's anything you guys would like us to assemble. You know, we're really curious about that. So anyways, thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the bell. Thanks for watching. Bye.